I used to be so afraid of making the wrong choice. I would replay what-if scenarios in my mind, I would analyze options for hours, and I would always ask other people what to do. What I didn't realize was that I was looking for certainty everywhere except within myself. Now I don't have any trouble making choices because I no longer outsource trust, and I've had a complete shift in my mindset when it comes to making decisions. In this video, I'm going to share with you what changed and how I know what choice is right for me. Meditation has been especially helpful for me in the process of learning to trust myself and my intuition. I have some free guided meditations for you on Insight Timer. If you're interested, the link is in the description below. Okay, so what changed? The first thing that changed for me is realizing that the answer is inside of me. I know that it's cliche, but over the years I've learned that it's true. The answer really is inside of you. It goes by a lot of different names. Your intuition, your inner voice, your gut feeling, whatever you want to call it. There is an inner guidance system within you. And it takes practice to listen to this inner guidance, because a lot of us have been conditioned to not listen to it, to doubt it, and to prioritize logic over our intuition. But the good news is that we can learn to listen to it, we can learn to trust it, and the only way to do that is to consistently follow your intuition. The more you follow it, the easier it becomes to differentiate your intuition from your thoughts. The difference is very nuanced, but the more you listen to it, the more you follow it, the more you get familiar with it. And the reason it's important to consistently follow your intuition is because this process is what builds trust. It's like a relationship. When we meet someone, we don't trust them overnight. Trust builds gradually through interaction and engagement. We learn that the other person is worthy of our trust. As we continue to follow our intuition, we also have the same experience. So I found that even when it didn't feel like it, later on I would realize that my intuition was guiding me and supporting me. And I know that a lot of people say things like, oh, just go and meditate on it. And I think that sitting in meditation doesn't always give you the answer that you need, but it can help because firstly, meditation helps you to become aware of what the voice in your head sounds like. And a lot of the times intuition is different from that voice in your head. Another reason meditation is helpful is because it helps you to become more aware and sensitive to the sensations in your body. And for some people, intuition is felt through the body. That's why we call it a gut feeling. So I'm going to share with you a meditation that I like to do when I have to make a choice between two options. So I sit in meditation, and once I feel settled, I bring up the first option in my mind and I scan my body to see how my body responds to that first option. And then I do it again for the second option and notice again how my body is feeling about that. And what I notice is that the sensations are very different for the two options. And sometimes it can feel heavy, sometimes it can feel light. Sometimes the sensations feel good, the vibration feels high, and sometimes it doesn't feel good, it feels low. And I think that's how I differentiate what option is best for me, because the body doesn't lie. The mind can confuse us and complicate situations, but the body never does that. The body is always honest, and it's very clear and simple in its response. And from years of listening to my inner guidance and following it, I've learned that the best thing that I can do in moments of uncertainty is to listen to my inner voice. And because I've had enough experience of listening to my intuition and seeing results that were supportive for me, I now just rely on my intuition. And that's how I'm able to make decisions without doubting myself or being afraid that I'm making the wrong choice. So the next thing that I want to mention is actually the biggest change that happened to me, And that was learning to trust that I'm always being guided towards my highest good. So that means learning to trust in life, in the universe, in a higher power. It's trusting that I'm not alone and that I am being supported. And when you trust that life is supporting you, then it really helps to release the fear of making the wrong choice. And similar to intuition, trust in the universe and life doesn't happen overnight. It's built through interaction. Trust is a two-way street. So what I practiced was asking the universe for guidance. And of course, when I first started this, I was really skeptical, but I chose a sign, a specific sign, something unusual, let's say like a purple mushroom. And I asked to see this purple mushroom, and I did. And that's when I began to realize that if you ask for guidance, you will receive it. Whether it be through synchronicities, signs, your dreams. Sometimes it's things that people say to you, lyrics in the music that you hear, or even phrases in a book that you'll read. Somehow the universe will respond to support you and give you the guidance that you asked for. So repeating this process of asking, receiving, and following the guidance helped me to trust that I'm not alone and that I'm always being guided. And this trust allowed me to shift my mindset to see that every decision I make is actually leading me to the right experience for me. So there's a quote by Eckhart Tolle that I absolutely love, and it goes, "Life will give you whatever experience is most helpful for the evolution of your consciousness. How do you know this is the experience you need? Because this is the experience you are having at the moment." And I love this quote because I feel like it really simplifies life. Whatever experience I'm having is what I need. It's helping me to grow. It's the right experience for me. And when I think about life this way, it really releases this binary experience of the right decision or the wrong decision. Every decision is for me. It's helping me. And this is the thing. Being guided towards your highest good doesn't always mean that you'll get what you want. It doesn't mean you'll get what you expect. And it also doesn't mean you'll always be happy. It means that you'll have the necessary experience for you to learn what you need to learn. Which leads me to my next point. Focus on looking for the lesson. Once I began to trust that I'm being guided within and by life, I started to look for the lesson in all of my experiences. And when you can find the lesson, there's no such thing as a wrong decision. It really helps to shift your perspective so that you can find value and meaning no matter what happens to you, no matter what choice you make. Looking for the lesson really helps us to reframe undesirable or painful experiences like rejection, failure, and disappointment. When we avoid and fear these undesirable outcomes, it can feel like there's a wrong choice. But when you shift your perspective to look for the lesson, you no longer fear the undesirable outcome. You're able to be present with it and to find moments of growth even within that experience. It helps us to become more positive, more wise, and more resilient. Now I'm no longer afraid of making the wrong choice because I know that whatever I experience, I'll be okay. And I'll find a way to make the experience something positive and worthwhile for myself. The more I've learned to listen to my intuition and stay present with what is, the less I need proof that I'm making the right choice. I don't know what's going to happen next. I don't know where my choices are going to lead me, but I've stopped seeing that as a problem or something to be afraid of. Because trusting yourself isn't about knowing the answer. It's not about having full certainty. It's about knowing that you'll be okay no matter what happens next.